Democracy Day, Nigerians must remain resilient, committed to democratic Nigeria, says governors.
Owo attack. Southwest governors declare 3-day mourning to fly flags at half-mast in region's public buildings, official residences. Express grave concern on the influx of Okada riders into all parts of Southwest. CAN organizes interdominational service for victims. We will not be silenced by cowardly acts, says Akeredolu. Low turnout in churches.
Northeast favored to produce Tinubu's running mate. APC legacy party struggle for slots. PDP reps caucus to endorse Wike as Atiku's running mate.
Ekiti poll. IGP deploys 4 AIGs, 3 CPs, mobile force commanders. DIG Kukumo to lead team. Tension as APC, SDP supporters engage in bloody clash.
Suspected elders kill 11 in Benue.
Bandits abduct 30 wedding guests on Sokoto Zamfara Highway. Kidnapped 4 farmers in Ondo.
A negotiation with federal government to be concluded soon, says ASU.
NDLEA arrests 39 in Abuja raids. Destroys hectares of cannabis farm in Edo.
AFCON qualifier. Eagles must aim for wins Peseiro as Nigerian tackles Sao Tome.
FIBA shuns FG's invitation for mediation on NBBF crisis.
This and many more after this break.
Montessori International School, Carlin. Oh yes, at D'Amico College of Health and Science and D'Amico Montessori International School, located at number 1, Old Ibadan Road, Ajebandele, Ile-Ife. We have a standard classrooms with unmatched staff and pupil ratio. We develop students' intelligence through caring and all-round focused training while making the learning style very inviting and innovative for holistic development. We run a global school with all-inclusive curriculum that prepare the students for global relevance. At D'Amico Schools, we have highly passionate and motivated 21st century educators, and there is also an opportunity of learning foreign languages. Home away from home body system. There is also Hope Model College and D'Amico Montessori Nursery and Primary Schools at Origo Ife North. Enroll your child for both primary and secondary education. The admission form can be obtained at D'Amico Montessori International School, number 1, Old Ibadan Road, Ajebandele, Ile-Ife, or D'Amico Educational Institute, Kilometer 2, Edia Road, Ile-Ife. You can visit our website www.d'amicoschools.ng.com or call 0803 721 8120. D'Amico Schools. Admission is in progress. D'Amico College of Art.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Headlines today, 13th of June 2022. My name is Ulushola Egbodofo, and with me in the house is
Olubumi Ajiboye Agbola.
There are strong indications that the northeast geopolitical zone of the country is being favored to produce the running mates of the All Progressives Congress APC presidential candidate Senator Bola Tinubu to be announced this week. At least 4 sources told Headlines at the weekend there are 2 key factors: voting strength in pattern, as well as the pedigree of those already being tipped for the slots were being considered before the final choice is unveiled by the candidates of his party shortly. This is coming against the backdrop of claims to the search for a running mate as pitched the legacy parties in the APC over against one another following the outcome of the presidential primaries that produced its national leader as the standard bearer. Headlines gathered that the intense battle of wits over the slots in power sharing is particularly between 2 main tendencies in the party, as some power brokers in the Congress for Progressive Change (CPC) caucus argue that it should fill the slot of vice president. The Independent National Electoral Commission gave till Friday this week for parties to submit the list of their candidates for the 2023 election.
As the search for the running mate of the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Alhaji Abubakar Atiku, continues, the caucus of the PDP in the House of Representatives is to meet in Abuja today to endorse the candidature of the Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike for the position. This was contained in a statement made available to newsmen in Abuja on Sunday by the leader of the group, Honorable Busayo Uluwole-Oke, the member representing Obokun Oriade Federal Constituency, Osun State, under the platform of the PDP. According to Oke, who is also the chairman of the House of Representatives on Public Accounts, the endearment is coming ahead of the deadline given to a high-powered committee already put in place by the leadership of the party on the selection of a suitable candidate for the position. He explained that the membership of the caucus, comprising committed party faithful across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country in the Green Chamber, resolved to endorse Wike after in-depth consideration of his immense contributions to the growth of the party over the years and his capability of leading the party to a total victory at the polls.
Former presidential spokesman Chief Donye Kube has said for the number of Nigerian youths taking interest in following their government, the All Progressives Congress APC and the People's Democratic Party will expire by 2023. Okube, who spoke to Headlines on Sunday, said what is paramount is for Nigerian workers and the youth to come together to sack the old order in Nigerian politics. He described the surge in the interest of Nigerian youths in the 2023 election as manifested in their demand for registration in the last 2 weeks as revolutionary. He said the electoral failure that would eat the ruling party and the main opposition party would not be seen coming by them, but this was inevitable given the demand for a true leadership in Nigeria.
Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Mr. Sunday Dare, has charged the Independent National Electoral Commission to prepare for a phenomenal surge in the number of people that will register and eventually vote during next year's general elections. Speaking at the opening of the 15th Nasrullah Fatih Youth Conference, that is NASFAT, in Ilorin, Kwara State, at the weekend, the minister said that an upsurge in the number of people registering for permanent voters card was noticed the moment Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu became the presidential candidate of the APC. The minister charged the INEC to engage more youths on permanent employment to cope with the increase in number of voters beyond deployment of machines and technology. The minister, whose address to the conference was delivered by Mr. Kehinde Olaoshibiko, also urged more youths to register for the PVC and vote massively in the 2023 general elections.
The former Ebonyi State Commissioner for Information and State Orientation, Chief Abia Onyeke, has warned that the crisis rocking the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in the state cannot be resolved through falsehood. According to him, the crisis rocking the PDP in the state is a self-inflicted logjam which came about because of weak leadership. He then called on the party leadership to rise as a liberation movement to rescue Ebonyi people from what he described as maladministration by the All Progressives Congress-led administration in the state.
Mr. Saheed Ajadi has said he remains governorship candidate of the Accord Party in Oyo State. This is as he added that a former deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, is not a member of the Accord Party, let alone say he is governorship candidate of the party. Addressing journalists on Sunday in Ibadan, Ajadi said he joined the Accord Party since 2010 till date and does not know Adelabu as card-carrying member of the party. He described the baffling reports that Adelabu days after losing out on being governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress proclaimed himself as member of the Accord Party. Ajadi said his emergence as governorship candidate of the Accord Party was witnessed by the Independent National Electoral Commission, urging Adelabu to show decorum and follow protocols in his play of politics.
The overseer of the Citadel Global Community Church, Pastor Tunde Bakari, on Sunday congratulated Senator Bola Tinubu on his emergence as presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress in the 2023 general elections, adding that a new Nigeria is possible. Bakari, who also contested to be standard bearer of the APC, made the remarks while addressing his congregation during the church service. In his address, titled "A New Nigeria is Still Possible," Bakari said he remained committed to a new Nigeria that will work for all and sundry. Bakari said that since the conclusion of the APC primaries in Abuja on June 7 and June 8, he had received an almost endless stream of visitors. He shared various impressions, but yet to make any official public statements. According to him, as a presidential aspirant at the APC Special Convention, it had been a great honor for him to be the standard bearer of the message of the new Nigeria, a Nigeria that works for every Nigerian.
Meanwhile, calls for Nigerians to remain resilient in the face of daunting challenges facing the nation resonated across the Democracy Day messages of various personalities on Sunday. Nigerians were also called upon to keep faith and continue to play active roles in sustaining and deepening the nation's democracy, especially by actively participating in the 2023 general elections. Leading the various charges, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma congratulated Nigerians for keeping faith with democracy, noting that the June 12 resonates the collective struggle and resilience of the people to enthrone and sustain democracy. He said the fact that Nigeria has experienced 23 years of uninterrupted civil rule speaks to the collective desire of the people to sustain democracy and congratulated them for the sacrifices they made to enthrone democracy. Also, in his own message, Governor Rotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State averted that June 12 symbolizes a total rebirth of hope and aspiration, reinforces not just an enduring hope, but resilience in the face of daunting challenges. He said it was time for the nation to deepen the democratic values that Democracy Day represents. In his commemoration, in commemorating this year's Democracy Day, Governor Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State approved the committal of 6 convicts on death row to life imprisonment. The governor equally freed 40 inmates while exercising his power in accordance with the provision of Section 212, subsection 1 and subsection 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, Sections 4 and 5 of the Ogun State Advisory Council on Prerogative of Mercy, Establishment Law, Laws of Ogun State 2006, like his Ogun State counterpart, Governor Amadu Fintiri of Adamawa, granted pardon to 6 inmates, 7 various jail terms in 5 different correctional service centers across the state.
Meanwhile, the Minority Caucus in the House of Representatives on Sunday called on President Muhammadu Buhari to put in place all necessary arrangements that will guarantee free, fair, credible and transparent general elections in 2023. In a statement issued by its leader, Honorable Ndudi Elumelu, on Sunday, the caucus said the occasion was an opportunity for the federal government to check electoral manipulations, guarantee security of voters and ensure that only votes cast by Nigerians in their respective polling units count at the end of the elections.
Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed said that the fact that the nation is celebrating its 23rd Democracy Day is a testimony to the fact that democratic governance has not only been firmly rooted but has also come to stay in Nigeria. He said that there was no better alternative to democracy as a form of government that gives the people the right to choose who to govern them and how they want to be governed.
On his part, Gombe State Governor Inowa Yaya enjoined the people of the state to continue to play their roles in deepening democracy by actively participating in the electoral process, which he noted had improved over the years. In a goodwill message to mark the Democracy Day, Yaya urged the citizenry to take advantage of the opportunity of the continuous voters registration to obtain their PVCs for them to eligible to exercise their civic rights and contribute to nation building.
And this is going to be our talking point on today's edition of Headlines, the calls made by Nigerian governors and other leaders for Nigerians to remain resilient in the face of daunting challenges facing the nation. And we would like to know your views concerning this very topic of discourse. And the number to call is 081 8 777 5 777.
The Lagos State Ministry of Transportation has said that one of its officers, Mr. Human Edo, was not involved in unlicensed enforcement activities and was wrongly paraded as a suspect, according to this. Hello, good
Hello,
Hello,
morning.
good
good
morning.
morning, Marv.
Good morning, sir.
This comrade Adibukol Adeleke calling from Eden. Wishing you happy Democracy Day
Same here, sir.
and for the souls of our heroes, we God grant them eternal rest.
Amen.
Amen.
Like it's been said, democracy is a reality of our time. And thank God we have leaders that they are still putting things in place. And we, the followers, we have to cooperate with them to have a safer Nigeria, the Nigeria of our time, the Nigeria that we deserve. So it is our collective responsibility to uphold and all the good things in this country. May God bless our country for us. Good morning.
Four farmers comprising three males and female were reportedly abducted around Elegbaka area near Ifon in Use local government area of Ondo State in the early hours of Saturday.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Shona.
Good morning, sir.
Umi, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Dr. Akifele is on the line.
And welcome, sir.
We thank God for where we are so far. Democracy is on course and is a lot better than the military regime. We have to really cooperate with our leaders and we have to work with them to make democracy work. In spite of all the challenges we are facing, the incident in Owo is a very sad one and it can pour water on someone's mind. But we should raise up. We should live up to expectation. We should have whatever consequence to make democracy work. A lot of things, by the time the leadership emerges in 2023, whoever be the president should please take the issue of restructuring very, very important and take the issue of the constitution amendment. They should review that military constitution. And the third one is face the problem of insecurity. God bless the country. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
The four farmers were said to be traveling to Akoko area of the state when the gunmen suspected to be kidnappers intercepted them and whisked them into the forest. Those gadgets and local hunters from the community immediately mobilized and went after the hoodlums covering all the forest bordering towns in Kogi and Edo states. Hello,
Good morning.
morning.
Good morning, ma.
Morning, sir.
Alaji Mutuka Adeleke from Okebale. Well, there is nothing yet special about the country because we are not where we should be. Honestly, we have never we've never had it so bad like this in this country. So with the state of things, the next president is going to be agitators for restructuring. There should be general logistic review.
Hello. Okay. We have another call.
Yeah. Hello.
Good
Good morning, sir.
Celebration of Democracy Day is very good, and I wish us well. But at the same time, as we are celebrating, and our leaders are calling us to continue praising us every year, while they are enjoying and living after, it is not good enough. As we are celebrating Democracy Day, are we following the principle of democracy? Our leaders not being selfish in this country. They are enjoying in their own area. And Nigerians are wondering that their property. This is not fair enough. Our leaders must work assiduously and seriously, and Nigeria will become better. And we also have more information on this.
Over to you.
Academy, always a leader. Thinking of where to get qualitative education for your child? Think of Global Leaders Academy. Our creche, nursery, primary, and secondary schools are established in tandem with global standards with qualified and experienced teachers. At Global Leaders Academy, we have state-of-the-art facilities such as comfortable hostel accommodation with maximum security, well-equipped science laboratory, school buses, adequately furnished library, and many more. Oh yes, worship centers are available to accommodate each student's preferred religion. We also take our students for excursion on a regular basis. These and many more reasons are why Global Leaders Academy has been a choice school for parents who desire qualitative education for their children. Visit us today at Global Leaders Academy, located at Plot 1AMB, Oroki Estate, Lameko Junction, Oshogo, or call 0815-928-0037. At Global Leaders Academy, we are not led, we lead, and always a leader.
And finally, for sports, Nigerian manager Jose Pesiro has revealed what needs to be done for the Super Eagles to emerge victorious in key games. With a rich pool of players at his disposal, the Portuguese football tactician has underlined that only the best must be selected for important matches. Pesiro is targeting another 3 points when the Super Eagles face off with the Falcons and the True Parrots of Sao Tome and Principe this afternoon in the 2023 African Cup of Nations qualifier after beating Sierra Leone 2-1 in his first competitive game in the dugout.
It has been confirmed that the Federation of the International Basketball Association refused the overtures of the federal government 3 times to resolve the crisis rocking the sport in Nigeria. In separate letters dated 26 October, 12 November and 17 November 2021, the sports minister Sunday Dare extended invitations to FIBA to visit the country and mediate in the crisis. On October 26, 2021, in a letter addressed to the Secretary General of FIBA Africa, Mr. Andre Zaglis, the sports minister noted that Nigeria as a country will be happy to receive and welcome a delegation from FIBA to look into the crisis in the NBBF or recommend a possible solution and advise in resolving the crisis in the federation.
And finally, the use of fast substitute will be introduced into the laws of the game when football lawmakers, the International Football Association Board, met in Doha today. The rule was brought in during May 2022 because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we now implemented prior to the 2022-2023 section as the discretion of the organizers of a competition. And with that sports story, we have come to the end of today's edition of Headlines. Join our colleagues tomorrow for another scintillating package. And on behalf of the producer of this program, Motora Yayibayo, and the production advisor, my name is Ulishola Egbode for saying good morning and have a beautiful weekend.
I am Olubumi Ajiboye Agbola, wishing you a very lovely day.
You are live. You are live. On Ocean Radio. Ocean Radio.